that'll conclude our news for right now. And we are wrestling with the WWE Draft 2020.
Is that
And
actually going to happen?
last week, our segment on the draft was one of our most viewed segments of the show of all time. So,
Oh, it was actually viewed? Huh.
Damn, Scooter.
Scooter, it's Mitch.
Damn, bitch. Like, damn, my bad. All of y'all, it's like negative.
I'm bagging on myself, not James.
Negative. Hey,
Mitch?
give us some credit. Give James some credit.
I give James all the credit in the world. If anything, I'm bagging on myself.
Mitch,
Give him credit.
fuck you.
What? I said I wasn't bagging on you. I'm part of this show too, motherfucker.
So, Monday Night Raw was the second half of the draft, and a lot more people got drafted. So, let's go through the first round. Drafted to Raw was The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. SmackDown got Women's Championship champion Baylay. Raw got Randy Orton. SmackDown got the Street Profits, and Raw got Charlotte Flair. Mitch, out of all those names, who stands out the most to you?
Literally, it's like a dog hearing noises. This is what I just heard. Wah, 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 wah. You got to repeat. I heard Charlotte at the end. Sorry.
Kaliko, did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, you go first, Kaliko.
Honestly, it went the way that you thought it would go. Honestly, I look forward more for, as far as potential, I would say the Street Profits, because the Street Profits they're going to a new landscape as the target. So to me, they have to prove on a whole nother brand that they're worth, that draft pick.
Real quick.
That's me.
Real quick. Okay, then, like, just to see the other side of that, theoretically, as of right now, like, who's the best? Not like who's going to be best in a year or so. Who's the best right now?
Who's the best right now?
Who would you pick right now?
Charlotte.
For that.
Charlotte.
There you go. That's what I'm asking.
Charlotte's the best.
Right. I'm inclined to agree with you. But
Charlotte's
she's injured right now, isn't she?
Yeah. No, she's just taking rest. Is she injured? She's injured and she's taking a leave. I know she's taking
she's been on the injured list since May or June.
But to me, when Charlotte comes back, it's going to scream Charlotte Asuka. But to me, the Street Profits are being elevated.
Right, but Street Profits aren't as vital as Charlotte is for the women's division yet.
True, but you can make the argument the Street Profits were literally the tag division on Raw. So now we got
them and the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, and with help from the Viking Raiders, you're right. So now without the Viking Raiders, it's up to them to prove that on SmackDown. That's why I say they have the potential.
You know what?
Because there's a whole plethora of tag teams that they could mix and mingle with, namely Cesaro and Nakamura, which I'm assuring they're going to get the first crack. So that's why I'm saying
actually a good matchup. Now I heard that.
So
I want to see that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, to me, they have the best potential because on SmackDown, they are the tag team. There's the division is built.
Real quick,
like it's built around them.
I agree with you for the most part, and I was just going to add to it. I think the funny thing is, I think it's going to affect the Viking Raiders the most with them leaving. I think Viking Raiders won't be as popular anymore. We'll see.
Ivar's out with the injury.
Okay, well there you go. That's right.
So to me,
yeah, you're right.
To me, the Street Profits has the most to gain because they're going into a situation where it's going to be built around them.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Versus like Charlotte and The Fiend and Orton, Raw is already kind of like a machine humming. The Street Profits could stand out more than they already have. That's why to me the Street Profits is the biggest potential, because we already know who Charlotte is. We already know who the Fiend is. We already know who Bray is. You know what I'm saying? They're already defined. The Street Profits are starting to define themselves. So this is their crystallizing moment as a tag team and carrying a division.
The name in this round that really stood out to me was Baylay. I would assume, she's the women's champion, longest reigning, #1 on PWI right now. I would have thought that she may have been drafted on SmackDown on the first night, at least in the second or third round. But Sasha got drafted before Baylay did. You think that's maybe they're overlooking Baylay or underestimating Baylay?
I think that's by design, because it gives something else Bayley to as a character to bitch about, and that's why I think it went that way, because Sasha's going to be like, and you already know they're going to start that program, but the program can also add a layer of, bitch, I was drafted before you, which signifies I'm better than you. So that's going to irk Bayley psychologically to try to prove that she's better, because even though she's the champ, psychologically, even though she's the champ, and you could make an argument her record against Sasha has been pretty good, the way the crowd sees it, or the fans see it, is that Sasha is better than Bayley on so many levels. And that's because Bayley went through that goofy stage and really wasn't taken seriously. And Sasha always been like that revered as that great wrestler from day one, versus Bayley, who had to claw her way to where she is, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And in round 2, Braun Strowman, Matt Riddle, and Jeff Hardy got drafted to Raw. And Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens got drafted to SmackDown. Any interesting remarks on that, Kaliko?
Daniel Bryan at SmackDown was kind of a given, because he doesn't. I mean, they're
He's
not
already on
traveling. It's not
SmackDown.
like he. I mean, yeah, he's already there. Kevin Owens.
Talk
Interesting.
about somebody
because
that's in a rut.
You say what?
Talk about somebody that's in a rut.
Yeah, and he's good. It's just a matter. He's just been floating in and out. Now, Alistair's on SmackDown.
I was just gonna say, did they flip Alistair black?
Yeah, they flipped Alistair, so that
Okay,
shit's
good.
gonna continue.
Good.
But to me, Kevin is like the guy who could really be that top guy. He's been there, and I don't know. It's because he's outspoken.
I think it's because he's outspoken.
He's outspoken, and he speaks his mind.
The Vince doesn't like. He wants yes men,
And I think it's probably that, but to me, there's
and the chubbiness. He's chubby.
No doubt about his talent.
Oh, absolutely.
So to me, SmackDown, Roman needs contenders, and
big time.
And the two people that I was thinking of off the rip, who?
The Fiend, yeah.
The Fiend is on Raw. So Roman needs contenders. So the first two names that popped out of my head was Big E, Kevin Owens. Those were the first two people.
Big E, yeah, that would be good.
That popped in my head as far as contenders after Jay, because we all know Jay. As much as we love Jay,
that's already old to me, man.
As much as I love Jay, and as much as I like this storyline personally, because nothing gets more personal than family.
I think it's the worst of I know why it's Jay. I'm just saying, I think it's the worst of the two Usos. Just me personally, though,
And to me, I like that, but to me, it feels like you kind of know where it's going, vice Kevin Owens, yeah, you kind of know where it's going, but you know KO can beat him. I mean, we've seen him beat him. It's not like Jay, where it's kind of like he's always been the little brother and he had to come up. Kevin can actually say, hey, I beat this guy. And I've done it before, and I'll do it again. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But that's until Goldberg comes up.
Goldberg.
And I can't even say shit. Bill Goldberg, because he's a former Bulldog, damn it. I'm going to give him his proper respect. And Atlanta Falcon at that. Bill Goldberg, till he comes in the picture, because he's already been hinting at
Call him Gold Check.
Going after Roman in the future.
What about Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy coming to Raw? It seems like Jeff Hardy's always did better on SmackDown. And Matt Riddle's maybe not proven yet on SmackDown.
I would have kept Riddle on SmackDown, to be honest.
Yeah.
And, honestly, aside from a few others in that one, honestly, since, 2018 or so, the draft, the rosters have switched so many times, I've kind of lost track.
Honestly, Matt got flipped on the Raw because Seth went to SmackDown.
Yeah, maybe.
You know damn well what happened.
That might be it.
That's why he went to Raw, because Seth went to SmackDown and was like, nah, take his ass away.
But a Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins feud would be awesome.
Well, considering what happened in real life, yeah.
I know, but the best feuds are based on real life.
Exactly, but Seth ain't gonna go there.
Seth ain't man. Fuck.
Seth he ain't gonna let that shit fly. Fuck that.
But it's okay. That's the problem with this generation. The old generation would have seen that, like a Stone Cold Steve Austin or a Mr. Perfect. They would have seen that and said, "Fuck it, let's make some money, dude. Let's take advantage of it." You know they would have. They would have. If they saw dollar signs that they could make money from that shit, they'd say, I don't give a fuck, let's do it.
Yeah.
They would, dude.
But
that's
now
their fucking calling as sports entertainers.
But it's a whole different world now than
completely different world. That's what I'm saying. It's like night and day.
Yeah.
No, dude, in 2004 when I was getting into wrestling, it was literally and that was just 2004, which is 16 years ago. That was the Wild West. Nothing. Steroids were almost a mandatory thing. You almost had to do steroids. It was bad. It was really bad, and it's just completely changed now.
But the only reason I say it wouldn't, because I don't think Seth is of the person. He's the type of person where he'd be like, I will not let you make yourself off of me. In no matter what
Brock
aspect.
And Goldberg said to Matt Riddle.
Yeah, so that's where I think it lies. I think it lies more on Seth than Matt, because Matt don't give a fuck. I mean, you could tell.
He doesn't want to reward that behavior. I get what you're saying.
Right. So yeah, that's basically what he's saying.
But I'm saying the old mentality would notice that and say, "Oh shit, there's a market for this. Fuck. Well, if I can make some money, I'll find a way around it." You know what I mean? Or they would try to find a way around it.
I see your point. I see your point, but I think
because that was the old Stone Cold Steve Austin mentality back in the day. That's what he thought.
But I think Seth is like, this motherfucker ain't even worthy.
If there's a chance to make money, then you gotta suck it up and be a man about it. Yeah.
In round
Seth's gonna be like,
I'm just saying that was how Austin dealt with it back in the day, though.
Yeah,
and
back
other
in the
people
day.
like Bret Hart. Yeah.
Yeah.
In round 3, Retribution, Keith Lee, and Alexa Bliss got drafted to Raw, and Lar Sullivan and King Corbin got drafted to SmackDown.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. It was just basically SmackDown is traded to Raw, and Raw is traded to SmackDown. That's basically what happened.
Yeah, you're basically right.
Wow.
Yeah, in essence. But the person that sticks out to me here
they are creatively fucking bankrupt.
The person that Keith Lee, to me, is what sticks out in this round.
Of course. And Keith Lee's the fucking shit, dude.
No, I'm talking about his potential, because now he had the match with Braun.
I hope he's a champion soon, dude.
that tells me that they got more planned for Keith Lee than what we think.
I think they do.
And that to me speaks.
Vince wouldn't have cared about his fucking music if he didn't see big things in him.
Exactly.
I really don't think he would have.
Do you think we might see a Keith Lee, Matt Riddle tag team?
No, do a tag team. He's a single star. Both of them are, in my opinion. But I could see Matt Riddle in a tag team before Keith Lee.
True.
I don't know. It just depends on the team, too.
In round 4, Elias, Lacey Evans, and Sheamus got drafted to Raw.
Elias.
And Sami Zayn, Nakamura, and Cesaro got drafted to SmackDown.
Yeah, and basically just a trader show.
Did you say Macklemore? Like the rapper?
Nakamura.
Oh, Nakamura. Okay. It sounded like he said Macklemore. I was like, wait, what?
One show.
I'm gonna pop some.
Gonna buy like the city.
$20 in my pocket.
Hey, no, we don't want to get sued. Okay.
Back to the moment.
Hey, that song was jamming. That shit was a jam.
That was a fire song when it first came out.
That was a goddamn jam right there, boy. Anyways, Nakamura.
Just Macklemore himself's a little bit of a weirdo, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, it is what it is.
He makes music. What do you expect?
Exactly. 3 Hollywood types, yeah.
I'm actually excited to see Sheamus on Raw because I think we might get some good rivalries out of him.
We're just gonna see the old SmackDown shows on Raw and the old Raw shows on SmackDown. I mean, you gotta shake it up more than that. You need to, you gotta shake up the matchups. You need fresh matchups. So they just, like I said, they just traded shows. They don't have really that many fresh matchups.
Lacey could be a wild card.
A what?
A wild card on Raw. Honestly, it sounds like they're just trying to beef up that women's division for fucking Asuka to run
Did they
through.
reveal who the vignette of the lady and the blonde lady and the heels was?
Carmella.
It was Carmella. Okay.
Everybody thought it was Summer Rae. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with
No, you know what I heard at the last minute? Eva Marie coming back.
Yeah. So,
and that would have fit her. So.
Yeah, that would have fit her.
It would have absolutely fit her.
As long as it wasn't Emma. Because I felt like...
But funny enough, Emma's the finest one out of all.
Because I feel like that don't fit her style. But
no, she's more humble about it, yeah. I like that.
But,
I think that's cute. Not cute. I think that's attractive.
You're talking about Tennille Dashwood, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She dropped that gimmick. She didn't want the high heels dress gimmick.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't.
That's what we said. We said it didn't fit her. What we're saying
is she's a beautiful woman who doesn't.
She's a beautiful woman who's a grinder.
Yes, she doesn't flaunt it. She doesn't use it for her benefit. She tries to. She does her hard work and she puts that forward. And she knows she's a beautiful woman, but she doesn't. Like I said, she doesn't flaunt it. She doesn't rub it in people's faces. There.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, she seems more.
She's more humble.
More humility. There you go.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Round 5, Nikki Cross, R-Truth, and Dabba-Kato all got drafted to Raw.
Wait, was Dabba-Kato the underground guy?
Yes.
That was the guy I said Baba Tunde. Okay, sorry.
He's had a lot of names, honestly.
I thought his name was...
As long as you didn't call him Boba Fett.
Baba Tunde.
I think he was Baba Tunde at one point.
He was. I remember when I first saw him on the Raw Underground, he was Baba Tunde.
Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode and Apollo Crews all got drafted to SmackDown. Is this the death sentence for Apollo Crews?
No, I see ring. He could be an IC title.
I mean,
title picture.
It just all depends on what side of the bed Vince woke up on, I guess, you know.
And the only reason I say that is because Sami Zayn is such a beatable guy as a character.
He's been doing Shawn Michaels heel wins, you know.
Yeah, but that's why I say it fits Apollo perfectly.
Right.
That program could fit him perfectly because you know damn well Apollo should win. However, Sammy finds some kind of bullshit way to to
Right.
get it out.
Like, yeah, 1993-94 Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
And it kind of seems like they're lumping Dolph Ziggler with Robert Roode again, and it seemed
With
like
who?
Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, and it kind
I
of seemed,
haven't seen Robert Roode around in a while. I was wondering where he was. I think
it
he's
seemed
being
like
underused.
he could have had like a little singles run against McIntyre, but that was dropped like immediately.
Yeah.
It was just meant to get him back on the scene.
I guess. Did you hear Rusev, like a couple weeks ago, he was talking on a podcast and he revealed that Lana and what's her name from the Riot Squad? Liv Morgan, that gimmick where they did the lesbian thing. It was literally just out of nowhere, and it was for that night only. They didn't have a plan going forward.
And that, honestly, that rivalry could have skyrocketed Liv Morgan, but
Oh, absolutely. It would have.
oh, absolutely. But
She completely lost her career through that. Like, I really believe that. Like, she was on her way to be a high. I think she would have been done really well for herself personally, but we'll never get to see. That's unfortunate.
in round 6, Titus O'Neil, Peyton Royce, and Akira Tozawa all got drafted to Raw. Carmella and Aleister Black are on SmackDown. Peyton Royce is the standout in this one because she kind of she's on different shows with Billie Kay now.
If they split them up for a team, they gotta split them up on brands. They got to.
Titus O'Neil still in the league. That's my man.
And
Still has a job.
just skidding by, right?
Yeah, not gonna
But
I saw so much potential in Titus, and it seemed like they were giving him a chance.
back in maybe 8 years ago, he's like almost 50 now.
He's almost 50?
He's 40 something, yeah.
Damn.
He's like 45, 46, 48. I think he's higher at 40s, to be honest. He's like 48.
And
he's like a good decade older than me. So.
Round 7, which was on Raw Talk, was Lana, Riddick Moss, and Arturo Rujas all drafted.
Who?
Arturo Rujas, one of the underground guys.
Arturo Rojas.
I haven't heard of him.
Rojas, thank you. All got drafted.
I haven't heard of him.
You gotta roll the R's, man.
I've never heard of him unless he was an independent guy under another name.
I can't roll my own R's for some reason.
Was he an independent guy under a different name that I would know him under?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Natalia and the Riot Squad to SmackDown. Any standouts for you guys?
Oh, real quick, I was just gonna say
Wait a minute, you just glossed over the facts.
You said yeah, and you glossed over Peyton. I was gonna bring up real quick Peyton Royce. You brought up. Yeah, Billie Kay. I think Billie Kay's the better, in my opinion. I think she's the better of that too. But
well, sometimes it's not who's the better wrestler per se, but who has the more marketability.
Personality, yeah, I think Billie Kay has one hell of a marketability.
I think it's just a matter of time, and
I think she fits a niche market no other no other women wrestler has. Black hair, looks like Elvira from back in the day. I think she covers a niche. Or she covers something that another girl is not. You know what I mean? Like, she's unique.
Yeah, kind of like Ruby Riot's unique.
And yeah,
she's really unique, and that helps her out big time.
That's what I'm saying. I like that.
Yeah, it does. To me, those Those
Yeah.
people stick out. Like for a while
Yeah.
before Becky Lynch got popular, to me she stuck out because her
Yeah.
accent and the red hair, and she was just, same way with Baylay. She was kind of goofy, but you knew, certain things you could see pop out.
I like her. I think she's cute. But I see marketability in Billie Kay. I see it in Peyton Royce too. I'm just saying I don't see how Peyton Royce is getting put on this like pedestal out of nowhere. Like I think Billie Kay is just as marketable. I really do.
Mainly probably because she got the high flyer style out of the two. At best, I'm not saying that she
I don't
is,
know. I really
but
don't know. You know what? People are speculating it is. Why? You know why? The people are saying because it's the blonde. Vince
I was
loves the
about to say, you
blondes.
better not say because of Aries Spears or Sean Spears.
Vince loves the blondes.
Alright, I think we already kind of
I
summed
mean,
this.
Lana is the number one contender. That's what I was gonna say.
Exactly.
Number one
Thank
contender,
you.
Lana. Fucking James, don't
Yeah,
you forget
right?
that, sir. Number one
Thank you. You
contender
just proved
for
my
the
point for
women's
me, dude.
title, Lana.
Proved my
But she
point
earned
for
it.
me.
She earned it taking them table bumps. She
Did
earned
she
the
though?
shit. She went through like the table like I felt like 8 months in a row.
So taking a bump earns you a title now?
No, not saying that.
I'm just
but
saying.
if there was ever
There
a
should be a
reason,
higher bar.
it should be a higher bar. But hey, I mean,
For a
MJF got a
championship winner,
title.
especially.
MJF got a title shot after beating Cody. So I mean, anything can happen.
True.
I think we kind of already went there, but as a whole, this draft is
It was just a flip flop.
yes.
Let's just
Like
call
I
it what
said,
it is. Flip-flop.
it was just trading shows. It was
It's a flip flop.
trading spaces. Raw and SmackDown edition.
Although I just feel like if Rude and Zig, I feel like Raw gets the bigger names, but SmackDown is like that. It's like that $5 when your meal is $6 and you gotta make it enough. I feel like SmackDown kind of makes it enough.
Okay, you know what? I think I know. Well, but I think it's always weird that like even now, Raw is still put on a pedestal, and you're like, but doesn't Fox give them more money? No, NBC Universal owns USA. They give a lot more money than you would think. So that's I think they edge out Fox. In fact, so I think that's why it's still like that.
Yeah, but I feel like SmackDown makes their storylines are better.
Oh, way better. It's been like that.
Yeah, way better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's way
It's been like that
better.
for almost a year.
So it's been like that for like 3 years. I feel like,
At
but
least solid year.
but to me, it just shows you like the fact that they're willing to put lesser names there shows you that it's more of a development of the characters and the stories. And then when
I
they
hope
get to
they
Raw,
return to that finally.
and then
They
when they
need to
get to
just-
Raw is kind of like a larger than life type of thing, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
Raw try to make themselves feel like the characters are more important than the stories. Vice SmackDown, it's like the stories are more important than the character.
And I feel like the Raw's way of doing it, like they start something and then they just out of nowhere stop it and they don't follow through. Like a lot of things, they'll just drop it midway like that. Like the Lana and Liv Morgan thing back in the day. But there's other examples for now of them still doing that.
Yeah.
What?
So that might attribute to that. So yeah.
We will conclude our coverage of the WWE Draft. Hashtag LOL. I'm sure.
A brand split, LOL.
Brand split, LOL.
Brand split.
Well,
I feel like NXT should have been included.
Ha! Brand split. Ha!
Because think about it. They spent a whole year making them their equal. So that's why I think they should have kind of counted.
And again, we'll conclude our coverage.